Hey, bitch. I'm having so much fun with myself upstairs, guys. This is take 20. um, Tonight we're doing the infamous Cartomancy tray. This is more of a... So I have these really cool boxes. Some of them are like more like tubs. Some of them are more like crates. But I have these boxes that have like 2 layers, and they have the box and then a tray. And in this tray, you will find probably most, but not all, definitely not all, of my Cartomancy decks, because they're scattered around the house, because I do love using them. Some of them are straight up Cartomancy decks. Some of them are sort of derivative or evoke that sense or that feeling. And we're going to start with one of the latest ones, which hasn't been the biggest hit for me. Martin kind of pushed me into buying this. The Oracle Baleen, but then it is the revisited modern version, which is, it's really cute, actually. I should probably use it more. It has these, it's gilded look. It has these really cool, like, neutral looking backs, which I like. I love a good simple back design. Why am I cutting the deck like I'm about to do a reading with it? So there is a sort of a system to the Baleen, but then again, I was sort of reading the guidebook and there's not that much of it. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna piss people off, but like, for example, with Kipper cards, that was like an instant hit for me. It was like, yes, I can use that. I know how to work with that, and I want to work with that. And with this, it was kind of meh. But it actually is really cute. It's a cute little deck. It kind of reminds me of Jenna Della Guertolia's artwork sometimes. But I don't know, it is a bit empty. It is a bit empty looking. This is the card for good luck in a reading, something like that. The honors, the star of the mail, the wheel, the court, the process, the enemies. So, but it's a misfortune. Obviously, misfortune has to look like a really scary old dude, of course, right? But so it's kind of cute. Is it the be-all, end-all of Cartomancy style oracles? Not necessarily. I did get into it really, like, for a bit, and then it kind of faded a little bit. Maybe I should get into it more, because I do like what I'm seeing here. I do like what I'm seeing, and I do like the concepts. There is this book on Baleen, this thick-ass book in English, which is really cute, but I don't know if I like it enough to, like, purchase an expensive as fuck book. You know, sometimes you're kind of... I like learning new systems that are, like, really easy to pick up, and then, you know, if you want to delve deeper, you can. For example, with the Kipper, that was really easy for me to pick up. Same with the Lenormand. It wasn't that difficult. I'm kind of moaning, aren't I? I mean, it's cute. It's cute. It just wasn't an instant hit for me. So yeah, that's that. Another one that's kind of cute is this Madame Endora's fortune cards, and I did get this really cool guidebook to go with it, which is somewhere behind me, I'm guessing, but I don't know exactly. Oh, it's right here, actually, but it's too big to show on the screen. It's a really cute little... It's a modern deck. This is not a classic, like, hidden gem, but it is sort of reminiscent of these older Cartomancy decks. So you get these archetypes or card titles, and then you get some extra keywords, so you don't really have to study this that much, which I do like a lot. I like that concept. It's cute. It's kind of cute, kind of spooky looking, kind of Halloween-y a little bit. I don't know, it kind of evokes that, like, ooh, look at me, I'm a fortune teller kind of sense, which I do like. Um, I like, sometimes it's just nice to have that simplicity. Not everything always has to be this very elaborate 120 different card combinations system. Same with Lenormand, like that's easy to pick up, but you could make that really, really intense if you wanted to. But you could be a fine Lenormand reader just knowing the basics, right? As long as you can tell a story. But this is kind of cute. The art is a bit all over the place. This was done by the same people that did the Gothic Tarot. So they kind of do like stuff for goth girls, kind of, and boys. I was definitely a goth boy when I was like 14, and then my mom allowed me to buy my first goth attire, and I looked in the mirror and I was like, nope, 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 nope. I'm just gonna stop lying about not liking Britney, and I'm gonna be an actual gay. So, but and it's funny now. I kind of like listen to all that music again, and I'm like, that was actually pretty dope. Obviously, I like symphonic gothic metal, like Nightwish and Within Temptation, because gay as fuck, pretty dresses, gorgeous girls singing in dramatic opera voices about how the vampire is going to slay them. It's cute. It's adorable. Is it life-changing? No. But this does kind of make a really cute gift, actually, for, the person in your life that's into cartomancy. A lot of people don't have this, and it is rather cute. Even if you don't have this deck, I am going to show the guidebook, I think, because I believe, and I'm never going to be able to live up to this because this is a full ass book. Oh yeah, I left those cards in there as bookmarks. I can leave those up there. I don't think I can show the full book, but we kind of have, it's like 2 books in one, so you get this whole bit right here where it's, the card gets explained, and that may be really interesting, but because of the messages on the card, I didn't check this out yet. But then when you're done with all of that, which I think is the most boring part, then you get into the wisdom of the ages part of the book. And there's all these little things about zodiac signs and what they mean. A rune wheel that you can use for divination, and then all the runes get sort of explained, which is pretty cool. Then you get divination by dreams, and how that works. So you get all these symbols that you may see in your dreams. It's not very comfort. It's there are books and books about all of these subjects that we've mentioned so far, but it's a cute little beginning. Then we get sort of a Wheel of Fortune, fortune-telling tool that you could use, which will have sort of I Ching-like different options that will come out there for a message. You get a bit of palm reading, so it's all very, the bare essentials of the actual I Ching, all the bare essentials of each divination method basically known to men, which is pretty freaking cool. We get the angels and the demons, and they're not all mentioned, but quite a lot are. Same with the demons. You get some of the sigils. So it's kind of a... Is this Enoch? Yeah, the Enochian alphabet. So it's kind of a book filled to the brim with all these cool divination methods. So it's actually a really dope book. Really dope, actually. So yeah, it's a pretty neat little set. Gift that to the divination-loving person in your life. They'll like it. Ooh, the cutest thing ever. The Curious Cat Club by Astasia Burrington. I, for some reason, unlike everybody else in the world, don't love the Sassy Burrito Tarot deck. Which, I'll probably get a lot of flack for it, but I just don't like it. But I basically love all Stasia's other stuff. In particular, this cute little Cartomancy style deck. So this deck is not going to teach you how to read playing cards. It's just a pack of playing cards, but with illustrations on there that have oracle messages. So you get this really cute little fold-out pamphlet that will have messages for each card. It's as simple as that. Do they correlate to actual like playing card reading methods that I know of? I don't think so. But does that matter? No. I mean, it's freaking cute cats. Look at it. It's adorable. It's really whimsical. It's really kawaii. And it's just super cute. There's this one fool card. Oh, look at him. And I don't even like cats. There's this one fool card that I adore where he's like taking a... Look at that alien. Where the fool is like taking the Joker. Oh yeah, look at him. He's farting a little. Love that. And then there's another one, I feel, where he's taking a shit, I think. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that one? Oh, right here. Joker. Aw. Taking a little shit. Oh, shit never looked cuter. So, yeah, it's kind of that. It's really, really adorable. Really easy to use. You know, and that is a really fun way for you as a, like, artist. Because this is not, like, super detailed art. So she probably, hopefully, didn't work years on this. But it's a really cute way for you to get an oracle deck out there that kind of functions as a playing card / oracle deck hybrid, which is cute. So this is really cute, affordable, another really neat little stocking stuffer gift for the divination loving person in your life. This is actually really cool. I got this in Amsterdam when I was with Sean, a friend of mine. And we visited that big ass tarot store and I saw this. And this was around the time when I was really, really, really into Cartomancy. And we were talking about the Visconti Sports Museum edition that I have by Lois Scarabeo. And I had seen this deck before, but Nostradamus isn't the cute daddy type that I'm normally attracted to. So this box is horrible. Worst box design ever. Who buys a deck with a gigantic pic of Nostradamus on the front? But then I, for the first time in my life, picked it up and I saw these backs. And I saw that it was kind of this symbol deck. You know, kind of with these, you know, sort of universal symbols with this gorgeous gold embellishing on the cards. And I was like, ooh, this is Cartomancy shit. I like that a lot. To be honest, I haven't really done like a deep dive yet because, I don't know, Los Scarabeo isn't the greatest with their guidebooks. But yeah, I don't know. It's cute. It's cute. It's cute. It looks good. It looks a little bit gaudy. But it's one of them Cartomancy decks. I don't have a lot to tell you about this, but you know, I may as well take the time right now to kind of dive into the guidebook. It's doubtful that these prophetic cards can be attributed to the French clairvoyant. Yeah, obviously. The Sibyl of Nostradamus, or the Golden Nostradamus, that's what it was called. It was first seen in 1593 in the images of Caesar Ripa's iconology. The cards have been used more frequently and become increasingly famous in Italy and in France. Tarot is represented a little. So it's sort of a, you know, around the time all those Lenormand type decks came out, this was created as well. But it's his own thing, basically, which is cute. It is cute. Am I gonna study my ass off to just work with this one deck? No. No, no, no. Ooh. One of my faves of all time. The White Fox Oracle by Zedoras, or Sabine Casasus. French deck designer. She Sort of did a limited release Lenormand, and then she did this. Look at the edges, really cute. And then she's working on a tarot, but she's kind of being quiet. This is, you know, another symbol deck. Sort of a Lenormand type hybrid Sibylla Oracle Beline of present day, basically. And she asks of you as a reader to freely associate. And, you know, where I have trouble with, you know, these intuitive cards that are like, look at this squiggle and give me a reading. I work very well with symbols. I'm a very mind-based reader, y'all, and you can call that simple or not special. I have lots of intuitive hits, but, you know, it's story, symbolism, that's where I'm at. And I think this is really, really neatly illustrated. These types of graphics do seem really simple, but they're really difficult to pull off this flat work. It's absolutely stunning, and I get great readings from this, and it's super cute and adorable, and it was affordable, and I love the finish on the cards. It's that, you know, it's that matte, buttery matte lamination, which is just really adorable and cute, and I like it. I like it a lot. So yeah, definitely will cherish this forever. Another pack of playing cards that I got when I was with a friend. I like this because, look at the box, that wooden box. Look at how cute that is. This is once again by Chronicle Books. They do a lot of these like decks. They are a paper company where it's like novelty gift shop paper thingies. And it's really cute. So I love this type of box. I think that's really adorable. That's what sold me on the deck, basically. But then when I opened it up, because I love me a good themed playing card deck. First of all, the backs are stunning. Really, really cool. This has that really cool, it's called the Great Outdoors playing cards, but it does have that outdoorsy theme, which I adore. The cards aren't reversible, as you can see. This is the King of Hearts, so maybe I should turn the deck around because it's probably all going to be in reverse. Oh, no, I was wrong, I guess, but Queen of Spades. So the cards are really well illustrated, and I love it. I really love it. I really love what they did with the illustration. So you could, on top of using it as a standard playing card deck, and there are tons of different methods you can use. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm not a divination expert, teacher, guru. I just use playing cards as a miner's deck, kind of. Minors and quartz. And sometimes I like that because I feel like minors are super underrated in tarot. You know, we're all chasing to be that high priestess. But do you really want to? Do you really want to know it all? Do you really want to see beyond the veil? But it's a stunning deck, as you can see. It's a really, really good quality. So this is a really neat little playing card deck that I really like. And I don't know, it's cute. It's cute. The box is dope as hell. It's just amazingly produced, and I will cherish this forever. These two are fun, y'all. This is Salmon Vice, Volume 3 and Volume 4. I didn't get Volume 1 and 2 because I didn't like the illustrations in that as much. As a matter of fact, Volume 3, the smaller one of the two, is my favorite. This is really weird, whimsical Oracle deck advice. It's very weird. Kind of makes you think. It will say shit like, dizzying, bombazing, try to fly, you know? Hold on. It's a bit tight. So it's weird messages. But, you know, you can get it. The season of migration. Get on your feet. So it's advice from Salmon, full of wonders. It's high above. So it's cute advice, but it's really weird and cool advice. So that's pretty dope, I feel. Here's the thing. Look in the mirror. Stones have ears. Follow the wind. It's really whimsical, really cute. I don't use this nearly enough because it's actually a really good deck. It really, really is. I'm not even kidding. I don't even know who the creators are, why this was created. If you're supposed to play a game with it, on the back of the box it says something about that it is kind of meant for fate and fortune. So we're just gonna take that as fact. Comes in these cute little tuck boxes, which, you know, if that makes your deck more affordable to me, I'm all about it. Because let me tell you, all those magnetic class book boxes that you are clamoring over, they cost a lot of money. If you want to know what drives up the price of a deck, it's that. It's ridiculous. Wink, wink. This is volume 4. Start. The biggest tree. Twirling. Exotic. Evolve. To a new life. Do your best. Oh, this is reversed. Gain height. Collective mind. So, you know, it's really weird, quirky, cute, and it really fits in with that other deck I just showed you. That, what's the name of it again? The White Fox Oracle. Yeah, that was it. Kind of fits in with that kind of style. You know, kind of quirky, kind of cute, kind of nice. What the hell is this? Oh, yeah. The Von Art playing card deck. Yeah. I have opinions about this, but since they're very much about, you know, the way the creator interacts with their followers. You know, when artists get really big on Instagram, or think they get really big, and they, you know, don't acknowledge your posts at all, I'm like, you're probably really busy, or maybe you're getting too many notifications. So I understand. I mean, if I were to tag Selena Gomez in something, she wouldn't share it because, you know, she gets 1,000 DMs a day probably. But this was this creator's first Kickstarter, and I got this deck in, and I was like one of the first to post with it. Never even commented or liked, so I was like, nah, I don't like that. I don't like when people get like that. The art, stunning. It's this really cool, like, diverse fantasy court, which I like, and all the pips are hand-drawn. They're not copy-pasted. Every pip was hand-drawn. So it's really cool. But I don't like attitudes like that. I mean, once again, you're not Beyonce. You're just some dude who draws. Be grateful. Does that mean that, you know, I may sometimes forget to comment or like, you know, we're all human, yes. But when the backer that gets your deck in first in the world tags you in a post and mentions you and tells you how much he loves your effort at creating a playing card deck, and you don't acknowledge it at all, you know, maybe you need to be taken down a peg or two. And that may sound very spiteful, but, you know. So that's also the reason why I don't use it that much anymore. Also, this is printed on Make Playing Cards cardstock and with their gilding, and that's really shit. But it was affordable. It was cheap. It's a cute deck. It does kind of evoke that sense of fantasy world, but yeah, I just can't get over how, and he like ignored me multiple times, and I'm like, girl, you're not Beyonce. Like, there's this function in Instagram where you can just double tap something someone sent you, and it gets liked. You could do that, you know, but I'm too sensitive and too in my feelings sometimes. Ooh, this is something. Martin is not going to like this, but I've never used these. He gifted me these. Maybe now's the time. These are the side cards. I did get a little book with that, or the guidebook with that, but also a little pamphlet. And these are kind of Cartomancy classics. They kind of look like that Madame Andorra deck, not gonna lie. The Inquirer, I can take this down a bit. The Inquirer, yes, no, now, never, the body, the home, work, the skills, you know, money. These make sense, don't they? Friendship, fortune, father, mother, birth. Ooh, I like that a lot. Very vulvaic image. I love that. Death, the libido. Really cool. So these illustrations actually are pretty cool. They kind of have that 70s, 80s vibe. Destruction, peace. You know, so we're not going to go through all of them, but it is a pretty dope deck. Not gonna lie there. So yeah, these are kind of dope. I think you can still get them. And they're, you know, they're pretty awesome. Who were they printed by? It doesn't say. It looks like it's kind of indie. Sidecards.com. Let me show you the box really quickly. So it's always that fucking piece of paper that does me in. Yeah. Sidecards.com. Sidecards Limited. So it's obviously self-published. It's pretty cool. My Lenormand. The Bluebird Lenormand. Probably the quintessential deck that you need when you start reading Lenormand. Published by US Game Systems, but you can also get the AGM Muller ones. This is the one that has a pretty decent little white book. And it also has the verses on there, the infamous verses that you kind of think help when you start out. And then very soon you find out when you start working with the system that they're actually more of a hindrance than a help. I have since grown more fond of, and I don't really have any of those right now, but grown more fond of more minimalistic looking Lenormands. This is a bit gaudy sometimes. So maybe I should, like that American Lenormand that Martin got. That's pretty cool. But yeah, this is my first. This was my first Lenormand reading deck, and it was cute. It is cute. It is cute. But the verses, nah, girl, no. Not really my thing. I remember seeing a Lenormand deck for the first time. It wasn't this one, but a variation of this. I saw it at the secondhand antiquarian bookstore that I worked at for a while when I was like 15. And I immediately hated them because they looked so minimal, and I thought the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck was way cooler. I was like, what is this? You know, I can't see anything, but I do like them. Yeah. They are classics. My favorite Lenormand, the Magpie Lenormand. It's really, really cool. Forgot the name and don't really care. Just kidding. Blue edges, tarot card size, which isn't very handy when you do a grand tableau. But who even does a grand tableau? People with too much time on their hands. And I sure don't. So there's a couple of extra cards for, you know, it's not male-female, but it's the chrysalid and the caterpillar and the moth, I think, for significators that you can use. It's really stunning art. It's really my vibe. So that's why I got it, and yeah, I do love it. I think this artist is really talented. You know, this is one of those people that does share when you, or like when you post. The house, I mean, this bee nest, wasp, hornet nest, really cool. Yeah, and I do like that a lot. Did we just get the birds and the owl in here? Oh no, the scythe. See, that's a bit frustrating because you can, in Lenormand, you can either have the birds or the owl. So to put the owl as the scythe, You know, from an artistic point of view, I do get it. From an actual reader's point of view, not so much. But, you know, it's a stunning deck, and it's one of my favorites. I've just never come across this before where I was like, oh yeah, that's a distinctive thing, because I didn't know for the longest time, because the only Lenormand decks I had all had the birds in them and not the owl. Yeah, like I said, it's just stunning. Little Lenormand quick tip. You never pull just one Lenormand card. You always pull at least 3. Or maybe if you're a beginner and you're kind of practicing for yourself, 2. Never 1. It's not an Oracle deck that's meant to be read like that. You're supposed to form little sentences with the cards, tell little stories. So that's a little tip from me to you. You're welcome. Let's see, what else do we have here? The Grand Lenormand. Now, this is a beast that I have yet to get into. Maybe I'll buy the big book in Dutch during winter break, which will be in a couple weeks. This has lots of stuff. Playing cards, constellations, a letter, geomancy sometimes. Mythology is referenced. Victorian language of flowers, 2 different symbols or mini stories. So there's so much to focus on and tie together. I've seen a method where the person is, you know, where you have these big ass cards and the only thing they use is the letters. I found that very interesting and cool. So, you know, this does have a lot, and you kind of need to learn a lot. But this is a system that is so substantial that I'm like, yeah, I would probably invest time into that, because I'm really intrigued and interested by it. What's really cool is that you can now also get a kit in French that has a more antique version of this in it, which is sweet, but this is just widely available by, did I buy it from AGM? No, this is France Carts, made in France. Grimaud. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. It's pretty dope. I like it. There's a lot. I just love it when there's cool stuff going on. Like, it feels really mythical and fortune tellery, and I don't know, it feels just really, really, really dope. But you can't really, you know, you really have to. I've only done 1 reading with it, and that was really cool. But I still have to really do a deep dive, so I'm not going to pretend like I'm an expert. Another really cool Lenormand by Colleen Hardy of the Hardy Tarot. Stunning. Once again, Colleen also uses make playing cards, which, you know, I mean, I don't mind it. I use make playing cards, but when you like do an actual deck, I feel like you kind of want to have better print quality. And there are printers in China that will do below 500 copy print runs. But this is a fine deck. I love the backs. Probably one of my favorite card backs ever. Just going to put that out there. The illustrations are very 70s, just like in our tarot deck. I love that it's black and white with pink. And like I said, I do love make playing cards cardstock. This is interesting. Like, it feels different from the one that I have used. I do feel like when you place a bigger order with them, the quality control is a bit better. More care gets put in. She draws a hot guy. All her guys are so sexy all the time. I love the stars. It's just a dream of a Lenormand deck, really. And it's but also simple. It's not the fish is the fish. We don't need 20,000 mermaids doing stuff that we're gonna read into intuitively. No, it's a system for a reason. And you know, that's why I like the Lenormand. Lenormand isn't meant to be read intuitively. You may get intuitive hits while reading. However, it is totally a system, and I really respect that. And Colleen does too, because you know it's very clear. There's not a lot of clutter in these cards, so it's a really dope little deck. I love it. This used to be a Kickstarter at some point, I think. I don't know. I just saw it on Etsy and saw that there were a couple copies left, and I snagged one up, but they've been sold out ever since, and it's really, 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 really cool. A mod playing cards. This used to be a Kickstarter as well, but I just got it from a random ass Dutch playing card web store. The Alice Luminis. It's dope as hell. Can we please open the box? This is a, you know, just a regular old playing card deck. However, oh, it's on linen. I love linen cardstock. Is the bonus card still in here? Yeah. So it comes with these two cards kind of with a poem that you can kind of link together, and they kind of have this poem, but you're obviously not meant to use them in the deck. And then it also has, and I kind of have to take those out as well because I feel like they're confusing. Am I going to do that now? No, I'm not going to do that now. Backs, 10 out of 10. Stunning. Let me show them better. Yeah. Fronts, really cool. I love zany looking pips. I don't want the pips to be like the same as on every other playing card deck. All the quartz are deities, gods, goddesses. They're all winged. The whole theme of this deck is things being winged, which I like a lot. So the ace you saw earlier was really elaborate, but there's also simpler aces in here. So I don't know. I love kind of reading the deck as is, and then if a mythological creature or deity pops up, I like kind of incorporating that into the reading. So I think that's a cool touch. There's another cool Kickstarter playing card deck, which is called Forest of Kernunos, which I missed, which I'm really like bummed out about because that had even more of an Oracle deck vibe. But I do really like this as well. So it's pretty cool. And yeah, it's something that I really like using. I love that sort of fae, fairy, angel vibe that it has. But it's not in that drawer or in that box. It's in the Cartomancy box because it is a playing card deck. Up next, my favorite Kipper deck, the classic Kipper. Kipper is my favorite Cartomancy system. The system instantly clicked. It's my preferred Cartomancy. Tarot and random ass, you know, Hay House Oracle decks are my preferred go-to. But when we look at more classic European Cartomancy, it's definitely Kipper. Probably because, and you know, the Netherlands and Germany are very much, you know, like tied to one another. I lived very close to the German border, so there's just something, I don't know, a little bit of recognition there. It's very peoply, way more peoply than the Lenormand. There was this really cool Seaborn Kipper Kickstarter that I missed because I just couldn't afford it. Because when you think that when you do a Kickstarter and it gets funded, people pay for everything you do, it's, you know, you're sorely mistaken because I did have some minor setbacks that I never really talked about that aren't that interesting either, but I was like, yeah, I can't be buying decks if that right now, if that means that my own backers may get their deck super late or, you know, not in the way, shape, or form as I promised. So I was like, I'm going to have to back out. And it's C.L.O. Thompson, so it's definitely getting a mass market release. I can feel it in my bones, so I'll be good. It'll get to me when it needs to get to me. Really stunning deck, very classic, very, a little gaudy, a little kitschy, very peoply. And I love it. It's kind of chatty, kind of gossipy, classic Cartomancy back. Love that. It's one of my faves, honestly. It really is. And, oh, whoops, sorry, that I just majorly hit my table, and I'm not going to edit that out because I'm a lazy bitch. Ooh, cute playing cards from Hema. They're just called playing cards. This is a regular playing card deck from Hema, and it's lovely metallic and color coded, which I think is really cool, and it looks really sweet on the table. It's all in these pastel colors, and it has this holographic foil, and it was like super affordable. Where are the queens and kings of this suit? The courts. Yes, look at that. So this is really, really, really cool. I like it a lot. You know, I don't need to have 20,000 decks of playing cards, but I do like having this one deck, or these couple that I have. Full Cards of Destiny is really interesting as well. Old Cartomancy deck by Los Carabeo, or Reproduction. This is very much German playing cards with the acorns and the bells and the leaves and the hearts. But this does have a very like own system, which I have not mastered. So whenever I pull these out for a cute little reading, because I do like the way decks like these photograph, these more antique decks, I will always reference the guidebooks, just so you know. But this is really sweet. It has little scenes, little depictions, sometimes animals, stuff like that. It's cute. It's cute. The back's really, really stunning. So yeah, I do really like that I have these. There's something about these historical Cartomancy decks that just, I don't know, they make me tick. Obviously, I had to get the Fin de Siècle Kipper, the fortune-telling deck. I left all the extra cards out because I don't see why Ciro Marchetti always needs to add cards to his to the system that is already in place and is all good. It's a Kipper deck that is a bit more modern looking, and also, aside from the fact that there's a Harlequin on the back, the deck itself is not a Harlequin fest like all other Ciro Marchetti decks, which I do like. And he draws a fine gentleman as well, so that's cute. It's a bit bigger. I used a master card reading method when I use Kipper cards. And so this is sometimes a bit too big, but I do like the way it looks. Sometimes you just want to see something new. Like, I had that conversation with a client of mine at the metaphysical store where I was like, she was like, but do these cards really read that differently to you? And I was like, to a lot of readers, they do. To me, not so much. However, you know, when you do a lot of readings for yourself and for others, sometimes you just get sick of the imagery and you just want to see something else. So it's nice to have this on hand. And then I have another little Kipper deck here as well. The Rainbow Kipper by Tony Pula and Stephen Bright. I love it. It's in that art style of... it's in that same art style as the Spirit something deck by him. Is there a card stuck under here now? Oh, no. Thank God, no. Okay, good. Tony Pula is like the expert on Kipper reading, but you know, I have this one reading that I do with the deck that is very all-encompassing, and I just don't really enjoy her style. I'm very sorry. But this looks really cute. It's color-coded to fit with her system of Kipper reading. But you know, like I said, I'm from the border of Germany. Every little, like, fortune-telling divination community in Germany will have its own little system. Sometimes even in families. What I don't like about this is that the gilding is done in a way where there's a ridge on the cards. That means it wasn't gilded good. It's something that Red Feather just isn't good at. But that's not the author's mistake, obviously. Over time, that little edge will wear off, but it does kind of prevent me from using it because I feel like cards get stuck a lot. Don't even know if you can see it, but no, you can't hear it either. But it's a cute, more modern Kipper deck, and I do like it a lot. It's pretty good. This, I don't know, like, and something about the holidays kind of makes me want to, I don't know, I always get a bit more fortune tellery, cartomancy, old European cartomancy minded whenever whenever it's time for the holidays. I don't know, it's that kind of cozy old-timey feel. This video's been pretty long. I didn't think I'd be talking about this long. I was like, ooh, this is going to be a very quick one. Up next, my own little creation, the hieroglyphic tarot of Madame Delora de la Haye. Really dope. I printed a new one for myself on linen, and I put a little history about the cards on there and a quick start reading method on here, so you kind of, you know, always know what to do, and a little layout of the cards. So I've shown this before. It's a deck where you pull a couple of cards. I'm actually not even going to show the cards because I've done that a lot already. I'm just gonna riffle them really quickly if I can. Such a klutz today. Oh, there goes my little feather. Well, you know, what have you. Riffle them, overhand them a couple times. Honestly, I don't know if linen is the way to go for this deck because of the font on it, but, you know, I just wanted to try that out. I may even, like, one day do a little Kickstarter for it if the demand is there. And if it isn't, that's fine, you know. This is not one of those passion projects of mine. It's just something cute that I made. So I would pull a card in the middle, 2 cards on the side, and there's a lot to read on these cards. So you get sort of a basic meaning at the top, then you get a couple of messages, the suit symbol of the card, the Hebrew letter and the Roman letter, the card title with its illustration, the zodiac or planetary body that's associated with the card, and then more messages, and a sort of disclaimer that says, if this card is between 2 wands or 2 cups, read it like this. So this card is between a cup and between wands. So the left card correlates to the upper message. A pleasant visit. This is wands, so that relates to good news from the countryside. Oh, that's actually really interesting. So we're going to get someone coming, and it's going to be really pleasant, and they're going to come in from the countryside with good news. So it's a pleasant visit from somebody, you know, and these are very old-timey, old-fashioned. However, you know, they're kind of fun actually to read with and kind of make a modern translation. And I do feel like I already know what this is kind of about, and that's none of y'all's business. But this is a really cute deck. I actually like have 2 more copies of this. Printed 2 extra copies. I'm just gonna put them in a cute little, I don't know, bag, a divination bag, and I could, like, I don't know, sell them to get at least, you know, production cost back out of it. But I want more people to experience this. So that was all, and it was quite a long ass video. I hope you guys liked it. Bye, bitch.